Welcome to season 4 of the Be Your Own Kind podcast. I am so excited to share some new ideas and experiences with you and also introduce some more wonderful and fantastic people on the platform. Be sure to visit our site, www.theyourownkind.com, to be able to keep up with the latest news and the latest blogs and content. Also, we have a Facebook community that involves giveaways, touch base, and exclusive deals. If you like the content, be sure to tip your girl a matcha tea on Ko-fi, located at ko-fi.com/be-your-own-kind-24. Thanks again for your continued support and enjoy the episode. Well, I would say good evening, Jade, but on your end, good morning, Jade. How are you?
I'm doing good, Renata. Thank you for inviting me on your show, and I'm glad to be here.
Yes, I'm glad that you are here. So what is your time zone and where are you?
I'm living in the Philippines. It's Beijing time, so +8 GMT. So that's my time zone.
Okay.
I think you're living in the US, so it's US and Canada time zone.
Yeah, I'm
Right?
Eastern Standard Time. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I always get mixed up with the time zones. I'm always off, so thank God for technology. So can you tell the audience a little bit about yourself?
Yes, I am an entrepreneur. I have this online business which is Padding Media. The Padding Media is a podcast production. So I've got this when I was 20 because I'm only 21 years old, and it's all about I'm a life crisis that time because I enrolled in one of the military course or criminology stuff. Because in my age, I really don't know what's my ambition. I mean, I have got that big ambition to be rich, but I don't know what's the best vehicle career to get that or to get that rich stuff. So in my previous background, I'm a serial academician. So my parents trained me to be a very good and top student. So my life circles that, like go home, go back, study, limit your friends, and be wise to have that friends. So I've got this introvert personality because I've got the symptoms of I only one or two friends or close friends that I want to be with, and I don't mind any others, even they want me be to be friends. And it's something like I love like in a very specific friends that I'm comfortable with. So when I search that, I feel like I'm alone. It's like I'm different to my other friends. So yeah, I confirm that I have that kind of introversion style, and I prefer to be alone even when I'm in school. So it's kind of, yeah, introversion. And then I trained to be like that. So discipline, the discipline to have that mindset that you need to be like this, you need to be top of this school. And then when I was 20 years old or 19, that was of the crisis part of my life. So there are a lot of transition in my mind and my environment, which is I feel like I'm crazy that time because I really don't know where I'm going. And then I've discovered this YouTube, and I saw the richest people in the media. So I'm so shocked that in the internet there has something like that. So I really don't know about that because when I was younger, my parents told us like it's a very traditional way to read books, to go to school, and listen to the teachers, and there's no internet here in the Philippines. Of course, to be honest, like we are in a third world country, so having that kind of limited opportunities are very difficult for striving for person who wants to strive and got that limit, that financial freedom and financial capacity. Yeah. And then that's and when I read that self-improvement books. I started self-improvement books, and then, oh my god, it's like it's a very different for what my parents told me and for what society told us. You got that when you be a good student, because after you graduate you're going to apply for the government, to apply for the company, and retired for 40 years and got the pension, and yeah, find husband and prepare for the family, something like that.
Right.
So yeah, it's a very interesting and very, I think, the best transition that happened in my life when I was 20 or 19.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it kind of did it open your mindset a little bit more to thinking of different ways than what you were taught, essentially, right?
Right. Because
Right.
when I was in elementary and high school, I know that I don't want to be a police. I don't want to be like that. But since you are a super obedient, because I'm super obedient student and child that those times, so I feel like they know more about me, and I forgot what I really wanted. So I forced to have that society stuff and follow the system. But I know in my heart that that's not me. So now I'm building it, and little by little, I know I can make it.
I love that. I love that. You're creating your own lane, Jay. That's what you're doing. And in the midst of doing that, it looks like you're enjoying the journey. And if you're not, I invite you to enjoy the journey, because that's the best part, about it. You're
Yeah.
stepping outside of, what is expected of you, and you're just, rocking it and going with it. So I love that. I love that. So with with
Thank you.
with all of that, what inspired Pod and Media? Like what why did you
Yeah.
decide to go into podcasting production?
Yeah. So uh, I know that I have the creative skills or mind, something like that. So when I was 19 or 20, if I've got correct, I discovered that podcast on my own. No, this is a huge transition, really, because when I was in like high school, it's like your teacher always telling you what you need to do and stop right there. So I mean, the spoon feeding are always there. But when I got this podcast production, I it's like it's a new to me that I am going to find the resources, study, and learn from it. Learn from the resource that I've got. It's very different to what I've raised. Because like very spoil feeding. So I've got this podcast show on mine. So I think that's Your Talks Matter. Your Talk Matters. That's my podcast.
Hmm.
And then I really amazed how the production was. Because when I was little, I always on the front. Like I'm on the eye of the crowd, something like that. And it's very mental drain sometimes to be on the to be front, and even you're a genuine person, always there's someone talk behind you, you're down, something like that, because I really don't know how to handle those emotions. So but anyway, I've got this production. I really love that kind of production because in I'm super avid of like the movie. So the of course the opening, of course, always the characters, the antagonist and protagonist
Hmm.
there, and the main character. So, but there's not, but we don't know, or most of us don't know the behind of the scenes there. So
Right.
I fall in love with that production, and I fall in love how I discover those kind of the magic wand of producing a show. Yeah. So that's the beginning of that potting media. And then after that, I'm hesitant to apply in any internships. So the thing is, I browse on my Facebook and then I've got this group. I don't know what's happened where I got that group, but I enrolled that course. And then I enrolled the course and said that, you know what, your production skills can be your income or your business. So I enrolled that course, and there's some product producers or podcast managers or strategists are there and learning how to improve and got that 6 figure 7 figures income per month. And it's like, hey, I really want to have that kind of income. So yeah, I strive that harder. And now I've got that one sister to help me in graphic design, and one cousin for the audio editing, and one my friend who is Egyptian to got that show notes. So like some kind of employee stuff. So yeah, because of that padding media, I've got that kind of people that I train them to be the best of their skills.
Nice, nice. I love that. I love that. I really love that.
Thank
So,
you.
so are there any hardships or anything that you had to overcome in your entrepreneurial journey that you would like to share?
Of course, the number one is the environment. Because the environment itself, because it's like an online stuff. It's an online stuff, and you know, it's an online. If you see, it's like it's that. Do you know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
if you are new to the environment, it's you are always like feel like newbie or have that surface mind that you know, like you were like a newbie. That's what I mean. So the environment that makes me challenge. You know what? When I like this 21, I really don't know, but in my heart, really, I since then I want to be part of that like-minded people, like professional person. And I've read that book, Law of Attraction. So that book, and then I found out that if you attract those person, anytime you can attract that. So I attract those professionals, and then I've got this organization which is those masters organization, which oh my goodness, I be with the professors, attorney, doctors, like one of the biggest career here in our region. And I've been there like politicians. So oh my goodness, so I be with them. And what I mean is the network. I've got the network, but I'm only 21. It's like for me sometimes I'm amazed of what I'm thinking. And my parents and my mama always told me that, hey, you need to be with your same age, not to be the old something, because they are, you know, have that kind of career that they really want and have that huge money. But in my heart, I want to be specific, and I want to have that huge vision.
Right.
Yeah. And to be part of that group, it's like I've got that meeting yesterday, and I saw our teacher is like, hey, this is the principal of this school. That my friends always told me that is, you know, one of the strict teacher there. Yeah.
I love that. So I see some of your triumphs also in entrepreneurship, where you get to network and you get to learn from other people, you know,
Yeah.
especially people that are where you're trying to go. What other triumphs are you experiencing during your entrepreneurial journey?
Yeah. First I forgot, but it's introversion. Because introversion is like you are very specific, like you're reserved. That's the power of that's the nature of introvert. So I'm very friendly, but I'm not the person who always top this person, and the question is, what if that person is what you really need, like your mentor? What if the introversion is like, I really need to recharge and have that confidence
Yeah.
to top that person. So that's the challenge. And of course, the attitude, of course, your attitude, the attitude, for example, the focus, the determination that you have, because that's really matters. Your focus all the time. And I think the of course, it is true that my parents and my sisters are trained to be like stuff that like what society tells us, like have that good by that kind of 9 to 5 jobs, apply for the company, and looking and observing them that, hey, that's not for me. It's like the
Yeah.
support system. That's also the harder part of being entrepreneur.
Yeah, because some people just don't understand your vision, or if you're doing something outside of the box, I think I hear this from a lot of entrepreneurs, including myself. You think that, people that you're close to would be like your biggest supporters and understand it, and then you realize that you get more outreach from people that you don't even know, and that's part of entrepreneurship. But I've learned that maybe because people know you on like such a personal level, it's not personal, it's just because it's different than what their vision of success is. They're just like, okay, if this is what you want to do, so you don't get that type of excitement that you're looking for. I don't know if I'm making sense.
Right, right. You got
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so
That's sad, but it's reality. That's
mhm.
life, and hmm
Yeah.
that's one of the harder part of having that kind of career, and the environment is not on favor.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's all about yours. It's all about your mind, your grit, it's all your initiative to do it. And like what the Steve Jobs said, change the world.
Speaking of world, you're an ambassador of TheirWorld
Oh
organization.
yeah.
I
Yes.
looked that up and I love it. It seems like they're providing safe places for children to learn all over the world. Can you speak more about that organization?
Yeah, it's more on educational support for for each country that has limited support. For
Mm-hmm.
example, in Africa, we are a lot. It's like like we're different nationalities, like Filipinos, American, British, African, Indian, and so on. So we are the youth that have that great to help them by, for example, in this month, we are gathering and have meeting and talk about this kind of topic. And the topic is all about helping, how to sustain, how to have um, how to have that proposal to find fund for this specific projects. So that's the specific organization, or their world organization, that we have. And we have this, aside from having that like a group project every month, or sometimes it's once a month. So we have this group of every individuals, for every youth, for GY Global Youth and the GYA members that have a specific project that they want. So that's totally about that. So it's learning, it's helping how to help educate children are left behind in education. It's more on education base.
Okay. I love that. I love that. And so I can see why you're attracted to that, because there is a side of you where education and being educated is very important to you. So
True.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, any future projects that you have coming forth?
Mm-hmm. Future projects, I really want to expand my network.
Mm-hmm.
And specifically, I'm going to attract this and manifest it if I have got this now, like the network of, oh my goodness, professionals, like huge professionals. Of course, I'm on a business investing person, so what I really want is to be with the entrepreneurs, successful entrepreneurs, and successful business owners, to have that kind of network soonest. I know I can I can be with them. It's like I think the vibration is, is on the way. Yeah. When it comes to padding media, it's like I think it's more on expanding, have like got this more clients, huge clients, and of course, here in the Philippines, a lot of like undergrad students. So I my future projects is to help them, encourage them to be with my side and help them in a very digital marketing skills, and hire them for them to help their, financial stuff.
I love that. I love that. So not only do you want to have wealth, you also want to spread wealth as well. So I think that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
here at BYOK, we have a signature question. If you could describe
Sure.
yourself in one word, what would it be and why?
Oh my. I think I have no word, but like creative. Creative. I'm more on creative side. But, you know, in investing, like what Robert Kiyosaki said, it's like more on like right side. It's like more ideas, creative stuff. But of course, in the law of money investing, high IQ is low intelligence. So I'm going to learn non-stop learning how to be more on logical stuff because it's more on decision making. I hope you
No, that
I hope
makes
you got that.
no, that does make that, because when you're too logical, everything is black and white.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I'm more in balance, I want to have that, you know, EQ and IQ. So
Yes, I love that. I love that because IQ is just how you retain information or how you learn. And I recently read that your IQ is the same from like birth to death, but your EQ, it actually change and shift with experiences and with education and learning and things of that sort. So you're ahead of the game, Jade. You are really ahead of the game.
oh my goodness. Thank you, Renata.
Is there anything else that you wanna add before we sign off?
um I think I'm in the head to change the system a little bit. But of course, I'm I'm going to do it first for me to be a role model for them. It's like a huge sacrifice again, and more sacrifice again. But if this is my purpose, of course, this is what all about me. So the purpose is makes me alive every time. And yeah,
Yeah, I love that. I love that. It's you want to break thinking and shake things up a little bit, and I love that. Wow, I think you're also, in my mind, it's teaching other people to think outside the box too, and think outside the norm. Like your life doesn't have to be A B C D. You can scramble up those letters and create your own world. So
true.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
By the way, I when I was 20, yeah, I became a Reskills coach on Malaysia, but it's more online platform.
Mhm.
So can I share that or no?
Yeah, go ahead.
You don't. Okay, it's all about that. So I've there's someone who told me that maybe I'm going to apply in that on that platform or being a coach, and then I became that coach, and they're in Malaysia, so it's all about you are going to train. You know what? So I'm 20. There's here's like a funny thing for me because I'm only 20. It's like I'm not super experienced. I have only like a technical stuff. For example, research skills, and I have the capacity to explain and prepare like PowerPoint. And you know what? The students there, it's like almost 1,000 on each Zoom. So imagine almost 1,000 of you and the student, and their comments always, thank you coach, you are a good speaker, you're it's like you're 20s, like have no a lot of experience, but that kind of comment there, it's like it's like a being shocked. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they think that I'm super 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 pro. I really don't know how I passed that kind of application. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it's like when I got that application, hey, I don't care. What I want is to to teach them, to teach the students. And the students are college students, and some of them are MBA or like doctoral, because they're telling me, because in the chat box they're telling me, hey, I'm PD PhD doctoral, and I'm student in University of Blank, like a high school student. So they're more on corporate stuff and learning the society. It's all about society, like industrial stuff. So I've been shocked. And then there's for example, what I teach them was, it's all about like, it's more on attitude stuff, because I think I've got that. I don't know, but I think on my right side, it's more on attitude, because that's what we have. It's not about IQ, it's all about how you do the job and
Right.
fulfill your your mental health at the same time, to be balanced about that. So, and of course about podcasting, and of course financial stuff. So I've been there, and it's like the students are like, I'm so shocked because it's like they are super impressed about my presentation. It's like, what? You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, I'm a student, but I don't say that because your job is not to, of course you have that composure that you're a coach. Yeah.
You can't be like,
So,
what are you talking about? Like, okay.
yeah, and the students are almost 1,000. Oh my goodness! It's like, is this true? Yeah. So, oh my goodness. So I have got experience in become a TED Circle host.
Mm-hmm.
So I applied again on that TED Circle host application, and I passed. So it's the resources are there. So they have this kind of resources. For example, the network, your TED Circle host. What we doing there is, we are going to choose the specific title, and then what you're going to do as a host is to gather your audience and talk about that.
Okay.
So, but the topic is from TED information, TED theme.
The TED, are you talking about the TED Talks?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, but in TED Talk there are a lot of, I think, like subordinate, like TEDx. I confuse sometimes, but it's like something like that. But the main is TED Talks, and I've been part of that TED Circle host. Yeah, but it's more on online stuff.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I read the qualifications for that. That's not an easy feat there. So congratulations on that.
Yeah, you need to try it. You need to try it.
Yeah,
But I don't know.
that's a huge
I really don't
accomplishment.
know.
Huh?
Yeah, I really don't know how I passed that. How I passed the application. I really don't know. I'm really shocked about my. Oh my, how I do that? Something like that.
It looks like you're shocking yourself. You're like, oh my God, that was amazing. How did I do it?
Yeah, because like, hey, I'm trying, and that I'm not serious about my application, but you know, I
Yeah,
got that, so
that's
it's like
awesome.
it's a funny thing. Yeah.
So Jay, how do you find balance between, like you said earlier, with mental health, with being an entrepreneur, with all the other hats that you're wearing? Like, how do you find that balance of self-care and working your business?
Yeah. So for you to not to be drained on your mental health because you are, of course, you're in a radiation, right? You're always on radiation all the time, every day, for almost 12 hours or 10 hours. So what I did is you need to force yourself to go out, walk, go to the park, and this is what I am doing. Go to the park, go to the gym, even you're alone, because I'm alone. Like, even you're alone, go ahead, just walk. And this is the funny part again, because people always saw you. Hey, she's alone again. You're sad.
Right.
Always sad. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, because of the the societal, uneducated or uninformed stuff. So that's it. So you're gonna find time for you to have that exercise. Exercise is the best. Like, it's a dopamine stuff, and like walk, like go to nature. You know, feel the fresh air, because that makes you recharge. And as an introvert, it's like a recharge thing. It's not about you are always on the how do I say this, the crowd, but it's about it is the work, it's actual work. So what you're going to do is have that kind of routine. Yeah, routine, that workout and exercise, because to be honest, this is what your body needs, and you really need that.
Yeah, I love that. I love that.
And yeah, I forgot.
What?
Just watch most of the inspirational videos.
Yes, that's good
honest.
too.
Yeah, this saves you a lot, because the environment are not favor. So you are going to find a thing that makes you, makes you feel alive, makes you feel motivated, and it's on your initiative within you. So be ready for that for yourself, and love yourself, because that's only your asset, yourself.
I love that. You are your biggest asset. I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
Look at you, Jay. All the I'm like the PhD students, like, amazing.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Really? Hey. So glad to be part of that PhD, and you're the host. Oh my goodness. Hey. We're good. We're good. Are we good?
Yes, but this is, I mean, you are ahead of the game. You are before your time, and I just can't wait to just watch you flourish, online and on your business and stuff. And I'm just like, I don't know, I'm just grateful for you to just grace our platform today, because you're very inspiring. Your story is inspiring, and your purpose is inspiring as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. Nothing but great things ahead for you, Jade.
Thank you, Renata.
You're welcome. Anything else before we close?
I think you can, or if
how
someone
can they find you? Yeah.
Have that Instagram, like Padding Media, and my Facebook, it's JC, and like the website is www.podimedia.com. You can find me there. So that's my social media.
Okay. And make sure that you follow her. And if you need some podcast production, make sure that you hire her as well.
Oh my, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, listeners, I hope that you have grabbed some of these nuggets that Miss Jade has given us. Taking time for self, serving your purpose, and stepping outside of the box and creating your own lane, and then inviting others so that they can do the same. So until next time, just stay inspired. Don't forget to be kind to yourself and to each other. Until next time, bye.
Bye.